Hey everybody, it's Rose. Welcome back on our journey to the Major Arcana cards. Today we're going to be talking about the Devil card. Welcome back, everybody. Like I said previously, today we're going to be talking about the Devil card. The card before that we dealt with was the Temperance card. Now, for all of you who are just joining in on this video, I suggest you go back to my channel and check out the All Things Tarot playlist and start from the very beginning so you're not lost. But what we're currently doing is we're going through the Major Arcana cards so you know what to expect and have a little bit of a bigger basis about these cards when you get them in readings. All right, so like we talked about before in the Temperance card, it was all about finding balance, especially after having the Death card previously before that. So with the Devil card, what we have is we have talking about after finding your balance, understanding that you still have a lot of toxic and stifling beliefs that are no longer working for you that we need to break free from. So let's look at the cards. Usually the Devil card talks about the astrological sign of Capricorn. As you can see in most of these cards, if not all, they all have the horns for Capricorn. But what this card really speaks of, it speaks of like usually two people, as you can see, usually have a man and a woman in there, unless you've got like, you know, the Halloween Tarot, you got these three imps. With the Devil, but basically what's going on is you have people who are connected through toxic karmic cycles. We're not learning, we're not doing anything different, we're just reliving these cycles of toxic behavior, toxic stuff. That could be, substance abuse. It could be doing things through our detriment, self-sabotaging, all these things that we do to kind of stop ourselves from growing and becoming more authentically us and more healthy versions of ourselves. So whenever you get the Devil card in any reading, it basically talks about you having the power to change and grow and stop these bad behaviors and learn from them. But the only person that's really stopping you from doing so is yourself. You think that other people are holding you back and are making you do these things, and you're thinking you're stuck doing these bad things and you don't understand why. And it's because you have to look within and understand that you are self-sabotaging and doing these things for a reason. And it's time for you to look within and break those chains on your own. So whenever I get like the Devil card, let's say I know romance is usually the one that everyone wants to know about, but if I ever get the Devil card in the romance reading, the first thing I would say is there's a lot of passion and there's probably a lot of, sexual, sensual magnetism between the two people. However, it's not gonna be usually, if more so than not, a healthy relationship. It's usually going to be like a karmic, toxic relationship because the two of you just bring out the worst in each other. Whether that means you guys both self-indulge in really bad behaviors together or, push each other to do things that may not be for, your betterment, but for your detriment. These are people who are there to show you the bad behaviors, the toxic cycles, and the self-sabotaging that you do, whether that be in a relationship or, well, we're talking about relationships now, but that you do in your romantic relationships and why and where you can fix it and where there's an opportunity to learn. For example, if you're not someone who communicates their boundaries, this would be someone who comes in and literally just walks all over you because you don't communicate your boundaries and you don't set them and reinforce them. Whenever you get this card for other options like family or like a work environment, it would be like a toxic environment that you yourself can take yourself out of the equation, but you're not doing so for some reason. And this is just making you aware of like, hey, like in this card, the Devil is only there to offer these things, but it's you who is the one that has to accept them. You're able to leave this situation whenever you choose. You're the one that can get up and, like the Devil in these cards is usually holding the chains or a rope, but it's very loosely. Like you can just take that rope from the devil and walk away. And it's really the same with these situations. You can literally take hold of the situation yourself and walk away from it, or learn from it and become a better person, which is usually very hard because when it comes to those cycles, it's something comfortable, it's something easy, and it's easy to just continue doing something without getting out of your comfort zone. So whenever you get the devil card, it's honestly telling you to be aware of your toxic cycles, your toxic behaviors, and your self-sabotaging, because you're doing something that's stopping you from, whether it be because of fear of like doing something and failing, whether it's the fear of actually succeeding. You really need to look into that, because you're the one that's self-sabotaging and you're the one that's indulging in this toxic behavior, whether with somebody else or just on your own. I hope that gives you guys a little bit better understanding of the devil. I mean, it is talking about restrictions, as the astrological sign of Capricorn usually does, as it's taken over by Saturn, the planet of restrictions and, stagnation and obstacles and karma. And this card really talks about the same things. These are things that you need to see and work on so that you can move on to bigger and better things. But you have to be aware of them, and you have to understand that you also contribute to these behaviors. So I hope that helps you guys whenever you get it in a reading. If you have any other questions or you need any more clarification on the devil card, please don't be afraid to leave a comment down below. Or, you can find me on all of my other social media platforms, which are Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. And you can follow me there and send me a message, a DM, and I will happily get to you with the information if I have. If I don't have the information, I'll be happy to find it for you and myself, and we can work on through together. We are like 6 cards away from finishing the major arcana, and then we're going to be moving to the minor arcana, which is super exciting. So I hope to see you guys really soon for the next videos. Have a wonderful day. Bye.